Welcome to our first ever sponsorship 101 briefing and presentation. Again, we're here to try to best educate, our new sponsors, our existing or reoccurring sponsors on the existing annual program that everybody signed up for and what those benefits are included with your package and how you can, make the most out of that partnership this year. Oops. Thanks again for coming. We really appreciate you all being here. We are recording this session so that way we can also share this on our YouTube channel and make it a resource for you guys in the future should you have questions and want to refer back to it. We will also have some deliverables for you guys to also support this presentation today and you and your partnership and everything. So welcome and thank you. I am Christy Schlesselman. I'm the marketing coordinator for the IFMA Greater Phoenix chapter. And Kathleen is here with me today co-hosting. She is our chapter administrator. She's been with the chapter for over 20 years now. So we are always delighted to have her as a tenured IFMA expert. And she's really somebody that you can lean on for just kind of odds and ends. But for the most part, by the time you're done here, you're going to know who you need to contact for which things. And Kathleen and myself, we are one of those sets of contacts. The other people that you'll be reaching out to from time to time are going to be the committee chairs for the sponsorship committee. Samantha and Nicole, they have both been incredible assets to the Phoenix chapter board. As soon as they stepped in as chairs for this committee, they've really, taken that ball, ran with it, elevated it, and have continued to build upon just the successes year over year and how we support those sponsorship partnerships. So you'll get to hear from them here momentarily. And then ladies, at any point during this presentation, when it's your turn to talk through the slides, just let me know. You can just say next as my cue, and I'll make sure we get proceeding forward. So today, what are you going to leave with after we're done with today's presentation? First and foremost, you're going to understand how sponsorship works in IFMA. After that, you'll be able to identify the benefits that are included based on your sponsorship level. You're going to have all the upcoming important deadlines for this fiscal year. For the most part, majority of those are already predetermined. There are a few that may change throughout the year, but you'll know approximately when those times are. You'll know how to submit your marketing materials for your company's promotions. You'll recognize who to contact for help, and you'll be able to maximize your company's exposure, which is the goal, right? Like we want to be able to build those partnerships and have that recognition for you. One thing I want to point out before I proceed forward is that this little guy here on the left, this is our chapter champion, Charles, Chucky, whatever. He is you. He is your shadow. He follows you wherever you go, he goes. So he's going to match the effort. He's going to match the energy. So just keep that in mind and keep an eye out for Chuck. All right, sponsorship fundamentals.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty of what you got yourselves into this year. As you know, we run on a fiscal year, so the sponsorship program starts July 1st and goes through June 30th. And just a little bit about the annual program. There's all the things that is included. And it's not about, as it says, simply purchasing advertising. It's not just that your logo's plastered on everything Phoenix IFMA. It's a lot more than that. And the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. It does create your year-round visibility with your logo on the weekly update emails on the website, at the member meetings. It also provides touch points throughout the year. So all the different events and meetings and things that are going on, we want our chapter sponsors involved in that. It promotes continuous support for our facility management professionals. Obviously, that's the whole goal, is to support our FMs and the FM industry and the chapter. And that's what you guys do. And we thank you very much. It diversifies and expands networking opportunities. So you're going to have more exposure and more opportunities to get that networking in and get your faces recognized along with your brand. And then build long-term relationships. We're all going to be like part of a big team, and you're going to get to know each other and hopefully get to know all the other members, including the facility managers, which is why you are here. Next. So your benefits, as I said, include visibility. So your logo is going to be on just about everything. And that brand recognition is great, but it's also important to have a face that goes with that logo. So that recognition is going to be at our member meetings, at all of our different events, the holiday party, the awards event, which is Phoenix Rising. You will be recognized. What we're starting this year at our monthly member meetings is that during the chapter announcements, David, our president, will call out all of our chapter sponsors, company names, and then you will get an opportunity to stand up and say your name. So there's that recognition, and people are putting a face to your company. And then once again, networking, you're going to have your monthly meeting vouchers. So depending on your level, some of you get more, some of you get a little less, but you always have the opportunity to not have to pay anything to go to a member meeting and get that recognition and get that visibility. Same with other benefits such as the trade show that we're super excited about. Number 2 coming up in April. Our social events like the holiday party, the credential classes. Some levels get a benefit of sponsoring one of those, which is great. You're in a room full of just facility managers. Obviously, the charity golf tournament coming up in November. Lots of opportunities to network with other members and get your brand out there. And then your event opportunities are defined by allowed company promotional representation. So once again, the trade show, presenting sponsorships, golf tournament, credential class, social event sponsorships, the AGFA lunch sponsorship. That's, I believe, just for a diamond level, Marcus. Okay, next. And this is what you were all sent out when you agreed to become a chapter sponsor. So these are all the benefits. Highlighted in green there are your vouchers. So every level gets a certain amount of member meeting vouchers. Those are all put on your accounts on the chapter website. And Christy will have a video to show of how to go about utilizing those vouchers and how to do it on the registration. And then the discounts, we're offering the trade show booth discounts for all levels. So we hope you'll all take advantage of that. That's going to be an amazing opportunity. And you will be singled out as chapter sponsors at that event. And that'll be really fun. That's a good surprise we have.
Yeah, and I just wanted to real quick hop in and just say that this vouchers versus discount screenshot you're seeing is just a screen grab of a partial of the flyer to illustrate the difference
Yes.
between the vouchers and the discounts. This isn't the only discount on that flyer for each level. Like you'll have to review your full flyer and identify the different discounts that you have based on your level.
For instance, gold level receives a 50% discount on a tee box at the golf tournament. Okay, here's your kind of breakdown of the types of benefits you get, whether it's vouchers, everybody gets vouchers, discounts for event sponsorships and for trade show. You can see the levels there. and then full discounts, um, including the membership dues credit for silver and up, um, and then event tickets, especially for like our holiday party and awards event, and in the trade show booth. Okay, here's our timeline. So as I said, the program started July 1st. So your logos are all on the website. They've been put up on the weekly update email I send out every Tuesday. I encourage you to read that every week. That way you know what's coming up and what you can use your benefits for. And like the monthly member meetings. In the fall, we're going to be sending you a request for your social media static ads. So keep that in mind, start working on that. We'll send out the specs and all that, but keep in mind what you want to do for your social media static ad. We have a huge following on LinkedIn, which thank you to Christy for managing all that. And so it's another great way to get exposure to an even wider audience. And then in the winter, so the holiday party and then the social media ads, the video ads, we will be starting to kick those. And then the spring, there's an appreciation event for you all. We're going to try and just do something fun, maybe even just a happy hour just to hang out. Thank you guys and have a good time. And then also, of course, the trade show. So it's the big.
All right.
Nicole's
So,
up.
yeah. The upcoming ones, so we're just going to go in more depth and detail about the events and how your sponsorship benefits can apply to these events. So next.
So this is going to be just like the overview. We kind of went over the overview of like the seasons, and then this is like a calendar view. We will send this out to you so you have all of this information, but this is good to just keep track of what is going to be coming up. The gray boxes are the months where there is a monthly member meeting, and you are encouraged to participate in those. The red boxes, there are no meetings on those months because those are our big event months. So in July, that's when the sponsorships will begin. We'll have you submit logos, primary contacts, details, and elect your sponsor benefits. And those will all be handled with Kathleen. So you'll want to get with her, kind of iron out those details around that time. And then in August, we'll open up the sponsorships for the holiday party and kick off credential classes. In September, the trade show pre-sale begins. So you as annual sponsors will be a part of the priority access. So you'll get the first picks for sponsorships and booths. So we'll be reaching out around August to kind of provide more details for that. But the sale is going to open up in September. In October, that is when we are going to post those static ads. We will reach out, August, September, so you'll hear from us. And then we're going to provide, like Kathleen said, we're going to provide information on specs and whatnot, so you'll have access to those, but we'll also include those in the emails as well. In November, our charity golf tournament will take place, and then in December, the holiday party. And then in January, sponsorships will open up for Phoenix Rising, which is a very well attended event, and we want you to come and be celebrated. And then in February, we have the pre-sale for the golf tournament, which we're going to go into the details about the pre-sale versus early bird a little bit later. In March will be when we are posting the video ads. We tried to do it last year where we kind of posted the ad before the trade shows to kind of promote more visibility for the trade show and say, hey, visit them at this booth. We'd really like to do that well this year. So it's really important to get us your ads. If you don't get them into us, then we won't be able to post them and you'll miss out on that extra exposure. April 1st is when we're going to have our trade show, and it's going to be super exciting. In May, we do that appreciation event. Like Kathleen said, we usually try to do an activity, but we might just do a happy hour. We just want to get together and chit chat with you and just have a good time. And then in June is Phoenix Rising. So our fiscal year is ending. We'll usually reach out to you prior to that to see if you want to sponsor again for the following year, and invoices will be due around then. So, and then next. This page is just going over the exact details or dates for the upcoming events. So this is good to just put on your calendar that for gold sponsorship levels and up, the credential classes are going to open up August 20th. So you'll have the opportunity to sponsor a meal within your sponsorship. And then November 6th is the golf tournament. Our tee boxes and foursomes are sold out, but there still are some sponsorships available. So still reach out to, grab one of those. December 1st is going to be the Christmas party. We're having Cornhole Christmas this year. And then April 1st, again, is our trade show. And then we don't have the exact date for Phoenix Rising just yet, but it will be in June. And then to be determined later will be the AGFA quarterly meetings. And then next.
All right. So these are some of the upcoming big events that your social event benefits will apply to. So all of the levels have tickets to social events as well as $250 toward a sponsorship for some of these events. So these are those, the holiday party, you can pick a sponsorship and apply that benefit to, as well as the Phoenix Rising. And as you can see here, there's a little note. So platinum and diamond, you have designated event tickets. So you can invite people to come and sit at your table for these events. And then you can see Chuck up there. He's waiting to party for one of the happy hours. The social events committee tries to plan at least once or twice a year. So watch out for those. They'll probably be in the emails that Kathleen sends out with the chapter updates. And then again, so the charity golf event, so the tee boxes and the foursomes, I'm sure as you all know, they sell out really quickly. So a great way to be on the pre-sale list is you want to sign up for a sponsorship for this year, because prior year participants get on that list for pre-sale. And so in February, when that opens up, you have an opportunity to snag one of those tee boxes or foursomes before the early bird access opens to annual sponsors. So gold, platinum, and diamond, you all have golf benefits, but that's pending availability after the presale ends. So if, tee boxes and foursomes are taken during the presale, then obviously those are unavailable. So you want to be a part of that presale by signing up for a sponsorship. There are still some available. We signed up for the Good Karma. It was a pretty inexpensive way to add ourselves to that list for next year. And then the trade show, bigger and better, is kind of the theme we're going for this year. We're really excited. Again, as part of your sponsor benefits, you have discounts that will apply to booths. And you have priority access opening in September to register for those. And in order to be a sponsor for the trade show, you definitely have to have a booth as well. So just keep that in mind. And I think this one is you, Chrissy,
It's
right?
me again.
All
Yes.
right.
And I apologize for some of my fumbling here. I'm not feeling the best after monsoons rolled through. I think I have a little hay fever, but
Oh.
it hasn't been fun, but it hasn't been terrible. It's just I'm not 100%, which is not great. But thank you for your patience. But yeah, we want to see, how do we really use your benefits and take them from just being something you have access to putting it in action. Oh, well, there we go. Okay, so the best place to spend some time on how to be familiar with your benefits is through the chapter website. The chapter website is ifmaphoenix.org, and the sponsorship segment up there in the menu bar is where you will find your contact information for your sponsor chairs, Nicole and Samantha. And it's also where we will be storing some of these resources that we'll be sharing with you today, as well as access back to, your sponsor banner, the annual program flyer. If you don't still have that handy and can't remember which benefits and stuff that you have, that is where you can go to access that information. Beyond that, the chapter website is where you will redeem your sponsor vouchers, excuse me, your member meeting vouchers. So depending on your sponsor level, you have an allocated amount of vouchers. And so this is how you would go and redeem those for specifically the member meetings only. I'm going to go ahead and tab to the next screen, and it's going to run through a little demonstration here. And I'm going to talk through it. What? Why is that not working? Or is it working? And I'm impatient. Oh, here we go. Sorry. I tested this before, but anyhow, so you'll go to the events in that menu bar, and you'll have an option to register right then and there with the call to action button, or you can go look at the details. This is where you'll find the location, time, date, ticket prices, the information about the topic. If there's a speaker, you're going to have speaker details. We'll have an agenda, and then quick links also if you would like to be a meeting host or maybe know a good speaker for us in an upcoming topic. Those are some quick links there as well. Additionally, if there are sponsorships available for member meetings, you'll see that noted here that we're looking for sponsors for those meetings. If we have sponsors, their logos will be at the top. You can hit the register now button at any point and get logged in. Hold on, it's got a little fast, a little fast. And I need to have a little water, I'm sorry. Okay, resume. All right, so you hit the register now button. You'll have to be logged into the website. If you are logged in, it'll automatically fill in your member information and continue. Then you'll choose your ticket type. And if, based on everybody here should be an associate, right? So it will give you your associate level options. Or sorry, it will ask you. And then you have a few other questions to answer and to get the actual registration for yourself locked in. And you can add additional people as well here. But at the bottom is actually where you apply your vouchers. Now, this is only ever going to show you one voucher because you can only apply the one at a time. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kathleen. I believe if you want to use one of your vouchers to cover a guest, you'll need to have Kathleen, you'll have to email her and have her work that in for you.
Yes,
But
there will be if let's say Marcus, you're registering for you and Joshua, you're both members, there will be it'll say two down there for the vouchers if you want to use them. So, but if you want to bring a guest who's not a member, then you can register yourself with the voucher, but for the guest you have to reach me. Just send me an email with their name, company, and email address, and I do it on the back end. Our system will only allow the vouchers to be used for members, but we encourage you to bring non-members to show them about IFMA, and especially if they're IFMs, it would be great.
yes, thank you, Kathleen, for the clarity there. So yeah, but as far as the actual total number of vouchers you have, I don't believe there's a visibility to that specifically. Kathleen can, if you're unsure how many you've used, I'm sure she'll be able to answer those questions for you should you have those inquiries.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Is it still me? I can't remember. I can't see my notes when I'm sharing. I'm sorry. You're muted.
Yes.
Yes, I think this is still
You're
you.
you're
Okay.
through page 21.
Okay. What page are we on? I don't even know. So
This is-
Christy did not number these pages, so my bad. All right. So anyway, continuing on. If you need support with the vouchers, registering for your first event, any one of us is happy to help you. I know that was a little clunky, that demonstration. I promise I tested it beforehand and it was working 2 weeks ago perfectly. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. But anyhow, we do have a sponsorship info kit and some resources that we'll be handing out to you guys post meeting. That's what this cover looks like of that file. And it will include, that calendar, that event calendar that we demonstrated, which is kind of the rough idea of the dates and deadlines for our core four events. And then sponsor logo and contact flyer information. What are the specs required for the ad campaigns that we'll be running on LinkedIn? And a lot of that is to help the uniformity, and it also makes it easier for the collages for the combined shout outs. So those specs are really important. Additionally, of course, we'll have a quick guide to your committee contacts and then your sponsorship flyer. Now it's you ladies. I knew that.
I think that was you, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got our guy Chuck, and he's running down running down the mountain. So basically this is like an overview of best practices to maximize the return on investment. So as sponsors, we want you guys to get as much out of this as possible. And with that, of course, is going to take some effort. So again, we just want to say attend the member meetings when and if you can. Are you participating at your committed level? So using your benefits and submitting sponsor assets on time. So when we reach out for information, make sure you can get that to us and then become an IFMA industry and solutions specialist beyond your company's offerings. So the more you attend, the more you know, and I think that you'd be a better partner in supporting the FMs and stuff. So participate in a variety of events from educational to career development. Yeah, so just like I said, participate in what you can, make it different, show up to different things. Maybe you'll see different people because, not a lot of times we get the same people at different events, or we hope at least that we get more FMs at other events and stuff like that. And then, yeah, a great reputation, of course, leads to a lifetime of referrals. So face recognition, people know you're going to be there. They know who you are. They know your company, and you're building those partnerships. And that's what we hope for.
And then this is just going over the contacts for who you can contact. We kind of briefly went over it. So, Kathleen is going to be a resource, Christy, and then we have our VP, Stephanie. If you can't reach us, definitely reach out to her if you have any questions. And then Nicole and I are the chairs for the sponsorship committee. We're also doing the trade show committee. So if you have any questions for that as well, you can reach out to us and whatnot. So we're going to provide all this information along with the sponsorship kit as well. So you know who to reach out to and how to get a hold of us. And then, yeah, he's down there. He's celebrating. Yeah, so now we're going to open up for questions and discussion and whatnot.
Yes, I did see that Andrew had a question. Should we include a mention of the trade show in the video ad or this ad for year-round use? So it is for year-round use. So I think you want to keep it just kind of to your company so that we can use it. But I think in the caption, we will mention the booth number and that we'll see you at the show.
Were there any other questions that came up that we didn't answer or anything like that? Yeah, of course.
I have a question. So we did the platinum, whatever, this year, and it kind of included everything we purchased last year. But while we were purchasing last year, we were able to choose certain spots, locations for the trade show. I think we also bought an additional site next to it to make it a little bit bigger. Are we still gonna have options to do those things?
Yeah, so last year we had like set double booth areas. This
Right.
year we took those out, but we still have the option. You can do a double booth. You'll just have to, it was basically the same thing. Like the pricing was the same as two booths put together. We just had
Gotcha.
designated areas. It's going to be the same this year. So if you want two booths, just let us know and we can put those together so you have a larger space.
I'm fine with you guys surprising us too.
Yeah.
I'll go with the flow. Put me on whatever hole
Gotcha.
you want, whatever booth, that's fine
Just
too.
Russian roulette. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Christy might be muted. Is she trying?
She is. Perfect. I think we answered everybody's questions. We did a really good job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was the last slide. I was just confirming it was. It
Okay.
definitely was. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so thank you all so much
Yeah.
for being here. We hope that you found this, helpful and insightful and will help you kind of map out a game plan, with the chapter this year as far as, how you can get involved. And if you've got other organizations and event conflicts, it'll help you, right now forecast where you can elect your benefits that will complement your other engagements as well. And just to reiterate what the ladies were saying, at the end, our goal is to, have this be a mutually beneficial partnership long term, right? For you, we want to generate, lead opportunities and potential partnerships and things like that. And so our recommendation is always to saturate and diversify. So that just means get heavily involved and make sure that the types of involvement is spread between the variety of opportunities that we offer our membership, because some FMs are there to learn new skills. Some are there just to get away from the office. Some are there because they really like to golf, So you're going to find a different audience at the variety of events. And that's why we say diversify and saturate, because even if you're only catching them, once or twice a year, if that's the once or twice they're showing up and you're not there, you're not getting that saturation. So it's important.
I just want to say that, all these opportunities we provide to our membership, all the events and meetings, are only made possible by all of you. And I would really like to thank you and give you a round of applause for supporting the chapter and FM. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a great day, everyone.
See you
You
at the
too.
next
You
time.
too.
Bye, you too.
Bye.